nonprofit professional association of recruiters and HR professionals along the Colorado Front Range. And today we partnered with another organization by the name of 5 Year Inc., headed up by a lady named Tracy Myers. I think some of you are here from that. And so we're doing this as a joint effort to, try to get back to the community and help out folks that are either unemployed or underemployed, and try to, really understand what the strategies are involved in being successful through your job search strategies. And so we put together, hopefully, a nice event here for you this morning. We'll have some evaluation forms for you to fill out before you leave. Please fill those out so you can let us know how we did, so we can improve on this. This is 100% volunteer on our part, so please let us know how we did and how we can improve. I wanted to also thank the people who are here today to put on this event for us. They're all taking time out of their busy work schedules to come out and do this for us. First and foremost, Frey, who's a longtime CTRN member, been a recruiter for a long time, big companies, cyber, some other large ones. Now doing career coaching along with some HR recruiting for leadership positions. And then we also have some panel members. I thought it would be interesting for those of you who are looking forward to find out what happens when I send the resume out to a company. Where's that black hole? What happens? So here I thought it'd be interesting to talk to the recruiters from companies that actually have jobs, and folks that have been around for a while, to do a question and answer session to find out, what do you look for, what works, what doesn't work, what can I improve, and that sort of thing. So I want to recognize those folks real quick. We have Diane Campbell from the Public Service Credit Union. Jordan Greenberg. Jordan's been around for a long time, and he does a lot of recruiting in the IT space, sales folks, and other things, I'm sure. We have Brett Robinsack from DaVita, who's in the healthcare industry, and Miranda Desuarte from Gambro, also from the healthcare industry. And all these folks have current openings, so they can tell you what's working. Who knows, when you might get a job lead here with their company. So, without further ado, would you please help me welcome our speaker, Karen Frey.
Thank you. I feel very honored to be with you and share your morning with you, especially since I know it's a little challenging for some that were going down I-25 and around the home. I'd like to get to know a little bit about the skills that are in the room, so I kind of know the audience. How many are in IT? Okay, how many in sales? HR, recruiting? Okay, what else do we have out there?
Marketing.
Marketing, great.
Project.
Okay.
Training.
Finance.
Training, finance. Oh, good. So we have a pretty diverse group.
Health and fitness.
Perfect.
Product and service delivery.
Okay.
Civil engineering.
Good. Wow, much more diverse than I thought. I really appreciate that. So let me start with some of the hard facts, which are very pretty for a lot of us. 80% of the jobs there go unadvertised. And you may have heard the statistic, but let me just reinforce that it's definitely true. And the 20% that you do see advertised are often filled before they even come about. And you how can they be filled when the first day they're posted and you call them and they say they're filled? So know that this is true, and oftentimes you're going to run into it. So what we want to really talk about today is how are we going to get around some of these kind of things? And my intent is to give you some skills that perhaps you haven't thought of in the past. And how do you put a different, I don't want to say spin, but how do you approach your job search a little bit differently than perhaps you've been doing and perhaps everybody else is doing? Because that's what we really want to do. So we want to set you apart from the person next to you, except in this room. We're very inclusive in that way. We know that the average job hunter spends about 50 hours a month. That's about a third of your work time answering ads on the job boards. So knowing that most of those jobs aren't going to be filled that way, that really 12% of the positions are filled via job search. And I'm not saying don't do it, but we want to reallocate how you really spend your time. The good news is 50% of those job hires come from employee referrals. So the trick is, how do you sort of massage and create those relationships in a positive way? And that's what we really want to talk about today, is how do you bridge that gap of, networking to just meet people, and networking to really enhance your career and nurture relationships. Today we're going to talk about really 3 things and how I want to break it down. One is, how do you develop a vision for what you want? And by that I mean the whole picture. It's not just, I want a job. I want you to really think about being more specific in that. And then we'll spend most of the time in how do you create structure for that job search. And then building that network, building the relationships, nurturing, and really creating them. And then the last part, the hard, the grunt work, is we need you to execute a plan of attack. And by that I mean in really being proactive and not just sending in your resume. So that's what we're going to spend our time on.